What's up, peeps? Nick Battle, aka NinosCorner, man. What a night for hip hop today, man. What a night for hip hop, man. Snoop Dogg versus DMX in the Verzuz battle. Man, shout out to Swizz Beatz and Timbaland for making these things happen, man. This was an amazing night. Song for song, tit for tat, these guys were amazing. Hip hop won tonight. You really can't even count who is the true winner of this battle because, both artists are so different. Like, I said earlier today, Snoop had all the hits. DMX had the anthems. And so it made for a good battle because both the guys, you can tell they loved and adored each other's music. They respected each other's music. It was great to see Snoop rapping on DMX's tracks, like doing his ad-libs, and the same thing for DMX, doing the same thing for Snoop, man. What an amazing night, guys. This was the best verses I think that we've seen so far. It had something like 1.5 million views. Truly amazing. Truly amazing. It was good to see DMX. He looked healthy, which is good, especially with all the problems that people say that he might have had, like in the past. And I'm not, privy to all that information, but, he looked like good in spirit. He looked good and healthy. Snoop always looks that way, man. So Snoop, man, I want to be like Snoop when I get older. Like when I'm like a 90-year-old man, like I want to have Snoop's energy. I know that Snoop's only 48 years old now, but he just has an old soul. But the old soul is like vibrant old soul, like very jubilant old soul. I just love Snoop, man. He has been a total crossover from the day that he came into the rap game. So, man, I just love what he does for the culture, even down to this day, and for a bunch of kids. He always tells a bunch of kids to his football league, and there's a bunch of kids now who are into the league due to Snoop and his football league. So, man, shout out to Snoop and shout out to DMX, man. People forget how many hits DMX had. DMX was one of the hottest guys in the game, guys. Not like in New York. He was one of the hottest guys in the game with, How's It Going Down and Rough Riders Anthem and, Up in Here and Get It on the Floor. And, I mean, X had hits, man. He had hits, what these want from it. I mean, he had them all, man. So it was good to see DMX spit his songs, man. What an amazing night, man. Hip hop won tonight. But, if you gotta crown a winner, we gotta crown a winner. I think Snoop probably took this. Snoop's catalog's too deep, guys. There's only a couple people who I think can hang with Snoop when it comes to just a catalog. And because Snoop he's literally 20 years deep in the game, guys. Well, actually longer than that. You got things since 92, 93. 92 was when The Chronic came out. So what is that, 28 years now? Snoop's almost 30 years in the game, guys. And he's consistently dropped music. So, I mean, he's came out with, everybody heard from Snoop on the Chronic album with Dre in 92. And then you look, he still has music coming out now. I mean, he done songs with 50 Cent, like in '05 with the PIMP remix. And then the Beautiful song. And then Drop It Like It's Hot. And then, I mean, Snoop has been so relevant for so long. His catalog is so deep that there's only probably one other person who can mess with him song for that period of time, and that's Jay-Z. And Jay's not getting on the Verzuz battle. He's not gonna do it. And they're just two different artists. Jay's so lyrical, but he can make great songs too. But Snoop's just like the fun-loving, don't get it twisted though. He can spit, lyrical genius too, but on a different note. He made rap fun. He made rap fun. So what this battle did for you guys, it brought the 90s back. And I thought, to me, honestly, everybody says what's the golden era of hip hop, and to me, the golden era of hip hop is the 90s because that's the era that I grew up in when it came to hip hop. It's when Pac was at its height. That's when you had the Snoops and the Dres. That's when the West Coast emerged to be what they were. You had your MCH. You had you had your Compton's Most Wanted. You had your NWA, was late 80s, early 90s, and then the East Coast was still popping. You had the Rough Riders with the DMXs, and then you had the Bad Boys with the Locks when they going to Rough Riders. You had Drag On. You had Eve. Man, you had Mace. You had Camera. I mean, you had Jay-Z and Nas. You had hip hop was in the golden era. Busta Rhymes was huge at that in that era. You name it, it was there, man. It was there, man. Man, Arrested Development, godly, hip hop was so good. It was so good. And so to hear these two do their thing, man, just brought you back to the golden era. It just brought you back to the golden era. Biggie, it just brought you back to the golden era, man. And it was wonderful to hear. It was wonderful to listen to, man. Even Ja Rule and Irv Gotti back in the day, man, they had hits, man. You guys can't deny that. The 90s were a perfect era for hip hop. Perfect era. The Foxies and the Kims. And then even the South, man, No Limit, Cash Money, Mia X, P, C, Silk, Mac, man, Free Mac. Free Mac. Had a convo with Mac last week on the email, man. Free Mac, man. Maybe some big news coming, but yeah, man. Cash Money back in the day, in the '90s, with the BGs and the Juvies, and I mean, it was the Waynes and the Turks and the Big Timers. Man, hip hop in the '90s was great, man. Who remembers the Rough Riders Cash Money tour? Amazing, man. Like, I'm geeked out right now because of this battle that just happened. So, hey, man, what a wonderful way to end the night was to see Snoop versus DMX, man. The two dogs of the industry, man. And just so lovely, man. So lovely to see, man. I'm so excited. But Snoop, man, Snoop's catalog is just so deep and it's so versatile, guys. I mean, he can go with the Murder Was the Case. He can go with Gin and Juice. Then he can go with It Ain't No Fun. And then he can go and have a tough, dope East Sider song he had. He can get a G's Up song that's smooth to East Siders. And then he can go with the stuff he did with No Limit, the Lay Low, the Be Please, you know what I'm saying? The Touch the Mother hit, because I'm down for him. I mean, he can do it all, man. Snoop is so versatile, and I don't think Snoop gets the credit that he deserves. He's one of the greatest that we've seen to ever do this rap thing, and he doesn't get talked about in that sense. He's just awesome. He's great, man. And DMX, man, people forget how talented DMX was. And the thing about DMX was just raw. He was so raw. He was so gritty. He put his pain in every song you heard. It was X put pain on his songs, man. He made a statement tonight that basically said that don't let your pride get in the way when you're making your songs, man. Put your pain on these records, because your pride of not making a song that's so painful, that's so personal, could ultimately kill somebody. Meaning that music is like the ultimate calmer. It's the calm force, man. It's when you're going through things, you can pop some music in and get better, because when you think things aren't going right for you, you can listen to some of your favorite artists and say, man, they've been through it too and they made it. And so that's what DMX was basically saying was, don't let your pride get somebody killed. So put your pride aside, put your pain on those records and help somebody. Help somebody who's listening to you. That was so deep. X, appreciate you for that, brother. That was all love, man. All love, X. X was hot back in the day. He's still one of my favorite artists, man. I love to listen to X. How's It Going Down is definitely one of my favorite songs. I was hoping that he was going to play 24 Hours to Live. He didn't play the verse off that, man. That's one of my favorites. Him, Mace, Deluxe, and Black Rob. But other than that, man, what an amazing, amazing, amazing night, man. Amazing night. And Snoop, man, just the dancing, he was getting it in. Even X was dancing, man. Like, X wasn't drinking, and X like, I got Kool-Aid and 9-laters. And Snoop, Gin and Juice and Ciroc, and he had something rolled up too. That's just Snoop, man. But man, what an amazing a night this was. But also, man, give shout out to the DJs too, man. Swiss Beats did his thing, but man, Battle Cat was a beast on that DJ that night. The way that he put in, like the solo ad libs, he would dub over, certain tracks on Snoop when he was rapping. He would change the beat up. I mean, Battle Cat's it's another DJ who doesn't get the credit that he deserves. Battle Cat's one of the greatest DJs I think we've had in hip hop, and a lot of people don't really understand it and like actually realize that, man. So shout out to the DJs, man. Swizz did this thing too, man. So it's just good to see two icons along with two iconic DJs, man, rock the night tonight, man. It was amazing, man. So let's go to a small commercial break, man. I'm so geeked up. Let's go to a small commercial break. We're going to talk about one other sensitive topic that I kind of want to talk about when it comes to hip hop, and we'll end this call. All right, guys, and we're back, man. So what I want to talk to everybody about tonight when it comes to hip hop is, why don't we have a hip hop Hall of Fame? I mean, I know that there is like a hip hop museum and a smaller Hall of Fame. I think it's in New York or whatever. But I'm talking about like we have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that everybody freaking loves, and we try to throw hip hop guys into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, you have Run DMC in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You have Tupac's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Come on, man. Like NWA and Easy, they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We don't want that, man. We need our own hip hop Hall of Fame, man, because hip hop culture has taken over not just America but the world. Every kid wants to be their favorite hip hop artist, and every kid, no matter the race, no matter the gender, no matter the ethnicity, they want to be their favorite hip hop artist. Hip hop has changed the game. It has changed the game. I mean, bling bling's in the dictionary, guys. Think bling bling's in the dictionary. It's a song by BG, man. Free BG too. Um, the way that people dress, the way that we dress, the way that we talk, our lingo, that's hip hop. It is in America. It is in the world's history, not just American history. Hip hop needs its own Hall of Fame, like immediately. We don't need to have Pac and Biggie in a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They didn't do rock and roll. They did rap and hip hop. We need a hip hop Hall of Fame that's going to honor our guys and give them their roses while they're still living. Like Jay-Z has been in the game for almost 30 years now, 24, 25, years. He should be in the Hall of Fame right now, you know. Nas should be in the Hall of Fame. Biggie should be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Pac should be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Busta Rhymes should be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. DMX, Snoop, Dre, Easy, Ren. Come on, man. Come on, man. They need to be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Yella, DJ Yella. You guys understand that it is. But yeah, man, there needs to be a hip hop Hall of Fame. I'm gonna keep screaming it, and it needs to be for guys like your Masterpiece and your Birdman, guys, your Jay Princes, your guys who are entrepreneurs who basically laid the groundwork for a certain reason. So like, if there wasn't a Jay Prince, there wouldn't be a Baby and a Master P. So Jay Prince needs to be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame because he basically is the godfather of Southern hip hop. Scarface needs to be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Ludacris, T.I., you know what I'm saying? Uncle Luke, you know what I'm saying? These guys need to be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. 3-6 Mafia, Mia X, 8 Ball and MJG, Bone Thugs and Harmony. These are iconic groups that changed the landscape, not just for rap, not just for hip hop, but America and the world. When you start looking at some of these artists and start to look at some of the friends that you went to school with, they listen to the same music that we listen to too. They might not be from our background or our, social makeup and culture, but hip hop has influenced them too. Every kid now knows who Lil Wayne is. Every kid who doesn't know Lil Wayne knows a person who has patterned their whole life or their whole career for Lil Wayne. Everybody's little something now because of Lil Wayne. Think about that for a minute. That's iconic. That is iconic. And Lil Wayne said that he got his Cash Money tattoo across his stomach because of Pac with the Thug Life tattoo. So everything is steps, it's levels, it's generations that kind of gets passed down when it comes to this music thing. So you got guys like I said, Pac needs to be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. You got guys like Spice One, you know what I mean? Ja Rule needs to be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. 50 Cent needs to be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Puff Daddy, Craig Mack, man. That's Craig make the Hall of Fame. I don't know if he makes the Hall of Fame, but he was so iconic in starting Bad Boy. It wouldn't be a Bad Boy without Craig Mack, because Flavor in the Ear was amazing. Talking about Flavor in the Ear, the remix with LL Cool J. LL Cool J needs to be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Salt and Pepper, JJ Fad. I'm just naming a bunch of names, man. Tribe Called Quest, man. Brand Nubian. That's Hip Hop Hall of Fame material. Eminem, and then look at your producers, man. You gotta look at your KLCs, your Manny Freshes. You gotta look at even guys who are underground producers who've done everything, like Mike Dean out of Houston. You gotta look at the Alchemist. Alchemist was amazing. Look at Dr. Dre, not only as a producer, but as a rapper too. Kanye, okay, I know we're talking about Kanye lately, but Kanye, you can't deny his talent, man. Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Scarface, Hall of Fame. These are guys that have done some of the most amazing things that you can ever think of that need to be in Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Toom. Yeah, man, I'm naming some guys, y'all. I'm naming some guys, man. I'm naming some guys that have done some amazing as producers. DJ Paul and Juicy J. You talking about production? They basically crafted the whole Southern sound that's out right now. Lil Jon, Hip Hop Hall of Fame. So, hey, man, I'm fighting for that. I might have to get with some of my boys, man, and get with some people and start to look about how to make this happen. We need us an official Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Let's get some sponsors, guys. Let's get this rolling. Let's get this rock and rolling, man. On that note, guys, though, man, it's late. Great battle by DMX and Snoop, man. Love you guys, man. You guys know how to end everything. Do you, man. Don't be afraid to fail. Outgrow your environment. Understand your brilliance, man. I love you guys. Good night. I'm out.